My name is Ryo Shinmachi, and I'm 28 years old. I have a girlfriend that I love with all my heart and want to spend the rest of my life with. But her father is completely against our marriage. 1 year ago, I won't support my daughter marrying a social outcast that works as a poor freelancer! Go home! I heard your family is poor too! I thought I was fine because I get a lot of requests for work, but I guess I'll have to make my business a corporation if I want to get married. Since my girlfriend's father was against our marriage last year, I turned my private business into a corporation. Mana, do you think your father will support our marriage now? I guess he would be skeptical about my salary since he earns a lot as a doctor. You have no employees! Your baby corporation is gonna go out of business in no time! Come ask for my daughter's hand when you become more successful!
Honey, calm down for a second. Maybe we should hear Shinmachi-san out a little bit.
Yeah, Daddy. You don't know anything about Shinmachi-san. You don't need to be prejudiced and judge him like that. Besides, you were never home when I was a kid. Why are you acting all father-like all of a sudden?
But Mana's father was right. Despite the fact that I now operated a business, I had no employees and nothing was certain. There was a chance I'd go out of business too, so it makes sense for him to be uneasy. I'm sure he's against it because he truly cares about his daughter. I'm gonna have to make my company successful as soon as I can so he'll approve of our marriage. No, your opinion is very valid, sir. I understand.
I'm sorry. I'll try to convince him too, but I don't know when we'll be able to get married. My little sister and I both don't like our father much. He was never home when we were children, and I have almost no memories of him spending time with me. You can hate on my dad, but don't think that way about the rest of the Fukada household, okay?
Why would I? Besides, it's not like I hate your father either. I'm gonna make my company more successful as soon as I can. You promise that you'll get married to me, right?
Yeah.
My father has been ill since I was young, so while my family and I were close, our financial situation wasn't great. After graduating high school, I got a job in the designing department of a large advertising company that worked with subcontractors. There, I worked as a designer for 3 years and won a famous design award. That was when the large advertising agency began looking for me for projects. After working for about 5 years, I started working for myself as a freelancer and opened my own business last year. Currently, the only person working for my business is myself. He was right. I've had a couple projects that I had to turn down because I have a lot on my plate, so I think this is good timing. The next day, I decided to put out a flyer and went to a real estate agent to look for an office to rent out. I'm looking for people to work for me. Around 3 people.
Sure. We could put out the flyer next month, so please, write down what you're looking for and that kind of information.
I'd like to rent out an office for my corporation. I'd like to be close to the train station if possible.
Let me search that one up for you now.
I rented out a nice office close to the train station and employed 3 people. Within 4 months, we were about to triple the number of projects to take on, and business was going steady. I should have employed people faster. I didn't know that work could get this much easier with people to help you. Sir, I've employed 3 workers and set up an office. Will you give me your daughter's hand in marriage? Stop acting cocky with only 3 employees! I understand. I see. We should have enough projects for 10 people, so maybe I should just do it. I followed what Mana's father had instructed and hired more people. About 6 months later, the business was doing even better. We were even getting projects from government offices and municipalities. Just as I expected from Mana's father. He has a good eye for the future. It's almost been 3 years since I first asked for his daughter's hand in marriage.
Mr. Shinmachi, a new medical corporation is asking for a quote for a pamphlet and is requesting a meeting. They want you to be the one to create the design.
A screening center? Huh? Isn't this a place where Mana's father works? The board chairman really liked the poster you made at a hospital he was previously at. He wants you to be the one to create the new one here too. Chairman Tagami? I didn't know he transferred to this screening center. Of course, I remember him. Hey, what are you doing here? Hello? President Fukada, do you know him? We're asking him to create the pamphlet for the company medical examination. The board chairman really loves the designs that Shinmachi-san creates and wants him to work with us. $22,000 for just a pamphlet? There are 12 pages after all. It's on the cheaper side for Shinmachi-san's designs. I'm heading back to work.
Bro, guess what? My dad suddenly said that he approves of our marriage.
Oh, yeah. I coincidentally got a request for a project from the medical screening center where your father works and met him earlier today. Maybe he finally understood that I was working at a proper job.
Maybe. It was so sudden. I was wondering what happened.
That's great, though. The company is pretty successful now thanks to your father's advice and encouragement.
I don't know how you could take what my dad said as advice or encouragement. Ryo, you're really positive after all.
Shinmachi-san, how do you know Mr. Fukada? Oh, yeah. He's actually the father of my fiancé. What? That's pretty troublesome, huh? What makes you say that? After our meeting a while back, Mr. Fukada started asking for information about you. So I told him everything. I explained that you're a famous designer who has won many awards. Thank you so much. Maybe that's why he suddenly approved of our marriage. He was doing a lot of research on your company profits and your business. Maybe you should be a bit more careful. Huh? What does that mean? After the pamphlet was complete, the public relations worker from the clinic invited me out to dinner. Thank you so much for everything. The chairman was so pleased and said that he was glad we asked you. Thank you so much as well. I'm looking forward to the next project too. Wow. It's already late because we were having such a good time. Huh? Is something wrong? When I looked in the direction Maeda-san was looking, I saw Mana's father hand in hand with a young girl on their way to a hotel. I guess we caught them red-handed. They're pretty famous for infidelity in our workplace. President Fukada is a man with a lot of problems. I knew I should tell Mana about what happened, so with a heavy heart, I gave her a call when I got home. However, I was not expecting the response I received.
I know about it. That's why everyone in the family dislikes my dad. He's an embarrassment to the family, so I had a hard time telling you the truth. I'm sorry.
I see. I want us all to talk together if possible.
I'm so embarrassed that you had to see such a thing.
Oh no! But why isn't anything getting resolved if you know about it?
This isn't the first time this happened. He's cheated on me many times. I've been thinking about divorcing him once my youngest daughter, Luna, graduates college, and plan to stick through with him until then. I don't have much money either.
You want to leave him, but you're not going to?
Yes, I have no family that I can rely on anymore. So I thought I should stick with my husband until both my daughters have graduated and gone out into the real world.
Mom, I'll quit college and start working. It's honestly hard on me to keep living with Dad, too. Besides, his being against Mana's marriage is just him trying to be mean about it. He's never done anything to us as a father.
The Fukada household had been crumbling apart for a long time now. It was just that I didn't know about it. Ma'am? I know this might not be my business, but if you were to get a divorce, I would like to pay the living expenses and Luna-chan's tuition. So please, don't stay in a position you don't want to be in. I believe you'll be able to get compensation for infidelity from him too.
I can't ask that from you, Machida-san. You have been having a hard time these past few years because of him.
In order to get clear evidence, I had our corporate lawyer recommend a detective agency. After Mana's mother asked for an investigation, we discovered that her husband was cheating with 4 different women and that he was even in debt. I'm going to proceed with getting married to Mana since he approved of our marriage already.
Maybe we shouldn't get married. I can't be a burden to you anymore. I think Dad is trying to get his hands on your money, Ryo. That's probably why he suddenly approved of our marriage.
It's okay. I think your parents should get divorced once we get married. Don't worry. I'll make sure your mother and Luna-chan are well taken care of.
Shinmachi-san, I promise I'll give back the money when I graduate college, so I would really like your help now.
Luna.
Ryo, thank you.
Luna-chan's tears were what helped Mana's mother decide that she would get the divorce. On the day of the wedding, Mana's father was in a great mood, and the ceremony was beautiful. From the outside, it was a perfect day. We submitted our marriage papers yesterday. I promise to care for and treasure your daughter for the rest of my life. Ha 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 ha! I see! Now that we're family, I have something to talk to you about. It deals with money, but... Yes, Ma'am, please come in. Your wife also has something she would like to talk to you about that involves money. Let's change locations and discuss things, shall we? Mana's father couldn't deny anything due to the amount of evidence and simply looked down in silence the entire time. I'll accept the divorce. Mana's mother had kept a diary for the 15 years her husband had been cheating, so she was able to get more compensation money than we expected. My father-in-law ended up leaving the house, while Mana and I moved in until Luna-chan graduates college. 2 months later, according to the information I heard from Maeda-san, the public relations worker in the medical center where my ex-father-in-law was working, the husband of the woman he was cheating with came into the center in anger. After the chairman found out about what was going on, he fired Mana's father. Turns out, he also has to pay compensation for infidelity to the mistress's husband, too.
I don't know how to thank you for everything, Shinmachi-san. I'm so glad I decided to get a divorce.
But I appreciate Mana's father as well. The fact is that his advice helped my company become more successful.
Shinmachi-san, you're such a positive person.
I can't believe our dad's insults sounded like advice to you. But I guess it's a good thing that you're positive. Having a father-in-law like that would make a normal person give up and run away.
I love Mana with all my heart, so I would never give up on her.
What? Gosh, you're so cute.
A lot happened in our lives, but thanks to Mana's father's advice, all of us are living a happy life.
A person's world can sound so much different based on how someone interprets them. The way the father's words reached Shinmachi-san was different than everyone else in his family. It's good Shinmachi-san stayed with the Fukada family to help them out. What did you think of today's story? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. See you tomorrow. Bye!
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.